Hello everyone, today I am going to explain you chapter 2 of English first, that is Godfrey Gordon Gustavus Gore. This poem has been composed by William Brighty Rands. He was born in 1823 and he has died in 1882. He was a British writer. In this poem, the poet wants to tell you about a boy whose name was Godfrey Gordon Gustavus Gore, who has a bad habit, that was he was leaving the door open. He was not doing his work on time. Whatever his parents, relatives, his friends were saying, always he was delaying his work for later. Now I will explain you in this poem how he was delaying his work. Let's start the chapter, everyone. Godfrey Gordon Gustavus Gore, no doubt you have heard the name before, was a boy who never would shut a door. Already I have told you in this poem you will study about a boy whose name was Godfrey Gordon Gustavus Gore, and he is having a bad habit, that is he is never shutting the door. The wind might whistle, the wind might blow, and the teeth be aching and throats be sore, but still he never would shut the door. He is facing these many problems. The wind is whistling, teeth were aching, throats were paining, but then also he is not doing his work, then also he is not listening to his parents, then he is not shutting the door. His father would beg, his mother implore. Implore means request. Godfrey Gordon Gustavus Gore, we really do wish you would shut the door. Father was begging in front of him, mother was requesting to him, that they were saying, okay, please, we really wishing to you that you should shut the door. But then also he was not listening, he has not shut the door. Their hands they wrung, their hair they tore, but Godfrey Gordon Gustavus Gore was deaf as the boy out at the nose. They have said these many times. Now their hands were wrung, their hairs they have started to tore, but then also Godfrey Gordon Gustavus Gore was sitting like as a deaf person, okay, he is not listening anything. Now turn the page, everyone. When he walked forth and folks would roar, Godfrey Gordon Gustavus Gore, why don't you think to shut the door? When he started to move further, their friends, their relatives were started to shout, and they were saying, Godfrey Gordon Gustavus Gore, why you are not thinking to shut the door? They rigged up a shutter with sail and oar and threatened to pack off Gustavus Gore on a voyage penance to Singapore. When he has not listened to his parents, to his relatives, then their father has given to him threatened. He has said to him, now you pack up and I will give you a punishment, I will send to Singapore. But he begged for mercy and said, as he has heard that his father is giving to him punishment, he will send to him Singapore. He has started to beg in front of his parents. He has said, no more, do not send me to Singapore on a shutter and then I will shut the door. He has said, please don't send me to Singapore, because he was a small child and he can't live without his parents. That's why he has denied, and he has begged in front of his parents and he has said, please don't send me to Singapore on a shutter, then I will shut the door. Means he has said, now I will shut the door, whatever you will say I will listen to you, I will shut the door. You will, said his parents. His parents have said, you will. He was shocked, they were shocked, they have said, you will shut the door, then keep on shore. Mother and father has said, whatever you are saying, that you should stay on your words. This should not be right now you are saying I will shut the door, but later you will not shut the door. But mind you do, for the plague is so of a fellow that never will shut the door. Godfrey Gordon Gustavus Gore. This thing remember in your mind that disease is spreading very quickly. Okay, this should not be. You have to shut the door. Now, Godfrey Gordon Gustavus Gore. In this poem, one boy is there. Now I am telling you, in this poem, one boy is there who was never doing his work on time. But his parents have said, if you will not do this, then we will give you punishment. But as he has heard that father and mothers are giving to him punishment, they are sending to him Singapore. Now he has said, now I will do my work on time. Whatever you will say, I will do. That's the moral of this story is there. We should do our work on time. We should not delay our work. Whatever our parents are saying, we have to listen to them. Okay, everyone. Bye, everyone.